Hello trucker family, this is Kevin with the trucker side. We're back with our weekly video to post the loads that we book, the work that we do, the work that represents us. We want to show the hard work that the people around us are doing, so make sure you follow all the way to the end. We had some really good loads this week here. You want to make sure you see all of those. Again, I want to encourage everybody to share the money you're making. We would like to know if you make more, we want to know how. If you make less, we want to know why. We're here to help. We're here to serve our community. Thanks for watching the videos, and let's get these loads going. We're gonna start off with Reginald. Reginald had 3 loads this week. Of course, he made the video. He usually does. He's hauling a dry van. Started off with a 1-pick 3-dropper. Picking up in Pasadena, Texas, going to Trenton, Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee, and Columbia, Tennessee. 825 loaded miles, paying $3,590, averaging $435 per mile. This was a load of 34,000 pounds of auto parts. Then for the second load of the week, Mount Juliet, Tennessee to Menominee, Wisconsin. 835 loaded miles, 62 empty miles, paying $2,600 for the average of $311 per mile. 41,500 pounds of health and beauty products. Keep the world beautiful. There we go, Reginald. Then the third load of the week, St. Cloud, Minnesota, going to Fullerton, California. 1,841 loaded miles, 135 empty miles, paying $6,500 for the average of $353 per mile. 44,000 pounds of bottled beverages. All in all, Wednesday to Wednesday, Reginald grossed $12,690 for the truck, for 3,501 loaded miles, 197 empty miles, totaling 3,698 miles, for the average of 362 on the loaded and 343 on the total. Fantastic job. Good job, Reginald. Dispatch, you are doing great. Next off, we have Jay. Jay's hauling a flatbed. Short week, big money. 2 loads this week. Started off in Aurora, Utah, going to Eagle Pass, Texas. 1,185 loaded miles, paying $2,600 for the average of $219 per mile. 47,000 pounds of drilling mud. Then for the second load of the week, Laredo, Texas to Ely, Nevada. 1,520 loaded miles, 125 empty miles, paying $7,800 for the average of $513 per mile. 44,000 pounds of steel poles. Nice. 2 loads, 5 days of work, Tuesday to Saturday. $10,400 for the truck, for 2,705 loaded miles, 125 empty miles, totaling 2,830 miles for the average of 384 on the loaded and 367 on the total. Very nice. Consistently delivering strong results and reliable performance. Good, solid work. Good job, guys. Next off, we have Jose. Jose is hauling a dry van. Had 5 loads this week. That's some solid work right there. 5 loads in a week is no joke, as we all know. Started off in Laredo, Texas, going to Red Oak, Iowa. 1,078 loaded miles, paying $4,000 for the average of $371 per mile. 44,000 pounds of lead. Second load of the week, Fairview, Kansas, going to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 286 loaded miles, 102 empty miles, paying $1,070 for the average of $374 per mile. 40,000 pounds of food products. Then for the third load of the week, Worthington, Minnesota to Marshall, Missouri. 451 loaded miles, paying $1,050 for the average of $233 per mile. 45,000 pounds of Energy-less tubes. That's a supplement for beef, calves, and cattle on pasture, in case anybody wanted to know. Then for the fourth load of the week, North Kansas City, Missouri to Tedford, Nebraska. 429 loaded miles, 90 empty miles, paying $1,900 for the average of $443 per mile. 44,000 pounds of diesel exhaust fluid. DEF, as we all know it and don't like it. Then for the last load of the week, Norfolk, Nebraska to Laredo, Texas. 1,100 loaded miles, 190 empty miles, paying 2,190 miles for the average of $199 per mile. 41,500 pounds of auto parts. solid week, 7 days of work, Saturday to Saturday. Jose grossed $10,210 for the truck for 3,344 loaded miles, 444 empty miles, totaling 3,788 miles for the average of 305 on the loaded and 270 on the total. Good job, Jose. Good job, dispatch. Next off, we have Corey. Corey's hauling a dry van. He had, I cannot even count these loads. He had 6 loads this week and a truck order not used. Very, very solid work. Let's start from here. Started off in Okeen, Oklahoma, going to Springdale, Arkansas. 249 loaded miles, paying $1,500 for the average of 602 per mile. 42,000 pounds of dry food products. Second load, 2 out of 6, Webb City, Missouri to Tomball, Texas. 583 loaded miles, 82 empty miles, paying $1,450 for the average of 249 per mile. 43,000 pounds of food products. Third load of the week, 3 out of 6, Pasadena, Texas to Enid, Oklahoma. 562 loaded miles, 50 empty miles, paying $2,500 for the average of 445 per mile. 45,500 pounds of boric acid in bags. Then he had a load from the same place, Enid, Oklahoma to Milburn, Oklahoma, which ended up canceling. This was a truck order not used for $150. Then the fourth load of the week, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma to Kansas City, Missouri. 353 loaded miles, 101 empty miles, paying $1,500 for the average of 425 per mile. 40,000 pounds of empty chip pellets. Then the fifth load of the week, Kansas City, Missouri to Jefferson City, Missouri. 157 loaded miles, no empty miles, picked up in the same place, paying $1,000 for the average of 637 per mile. 43,000 pounds of beverages. And then the sixth load of the week, the last one, Mexico, Missouri to Gatesville, Texas. 728 loaded miles, 48 empty miles, paying $2,100 for the average of 288 per mile. 44,000 pounds of feed. Friday to Friday, solid work, 6 loads. Good job, Corey. Gross $10,200 for the truck for 2,632 loaded miles, 281 empty miles, totaling 2,913 miles for the average of 388 on the loaded and 350 on the total. This is what an intense work week looks like. 7 days of work, 6 loads delivered. Great solid communication, good money, hard work. Great job, guys. Great job, everybody. Then we have David. David is hauling a dry van, had 3 loads this week. Started off in Norfolk, Nebraska, going to Tempe, Arizona. 1,370 loaded miles, paying $4,200 for the average of 307 per mile. 43,500 pounds of whey protein. Somebody got jacked in Arizona. Then the second load of the week, Leachfield Park, Arizona to Albuquerque, New Mexico. 436 loaded miles, 30 empty miles, paying $2,400 for the average of 550 per mile. 9,500 pounds of food products. Very light load, very nice rate, very good job. And then the last load of the week, Albuquerque, New Mexico to Mason City, Iowa. 1,134 loaded miles, no empty miles, picked up in the same place. $2,500 for the average of 220 per mile. 30,500 pounds of dry foods. Friday to Friday, 7 days of work, $9,100 gross for the truck for 2,940 loaded miles. Only 30 empty miles, totaling 2,970 miles. For the average of 310 on the total and 310 on the loaded and 306 on the total, my bad. Well done, David. Good job, dispatch. You guys are killing it. And then for the last truck of the week, the last guy of the week here, the last in the order we count him in, not the last in the way he works for sure. We got Brad. Brad is hauling a step deck, had 2 loads in 5 days, nice schedule. Aurora, Utah to Eagle Pass, Texas, 1,185 loaded miles, paying $2,600 for the average of 219 per mile. 47,000 pounds of drilling mud. And then the second load, Venus, Texas, going to Salt Lake City, Utah, 1,248 loaded miles, 389 empty miles, paying 6,450 miles for the of dollars, sorry, not miles, for the average of 517 per mile, 30,000 pounds. That was a fire guard tank. Nice. Monday to Friday, 5 days of work, $9,050 gross for 2,433 loaded miles, 389 empty miles, totaling 2,822 miles, for the average of 372 on the loaded and 321 on the total. Very nice, solid work, week after week after week. Good job, Brad. You are doing great. Dispatch, you are doing great. This is very solid work, I gotta say. Everybody who's involved in this is doing great. I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching this. You guys are amazing. I want to thank everybody who's following the channel. You guys are great. We appreciate your support. Keep on watching our videos. This is Kevin with the Trucker Side. Have a wonderful day.